Today I'm going to try to teach you The Thrill Is Gone by B.B. King. Now there's a lot of different versions out there as far as like lessons go and stuff, so I'm just going to try to teach it to you the way that I play it. Just kind of throwing some different licks in. It's going to be a pretty simple lesson because it's really just, if you know 4 chords, you're going to know this song. The hardest one's going to be this one, which we'll get to. But if you know these 4 chords, you'll probably be good with the song. It's just kind of adding your own flavor into it. So this song is in the key of B minor, and it's again just 4 chords. So we're gonna have B minor 7, which is you're barring all of the first fret, or excuse me, all the 7th fret with your first finger. That's what I meant to say there. Okay, and then you're just using your ring finger to go on the 9th fret of the A string. Everything else is barred at that 7th fret. So it's gonna sound like this. Now what I do is I wrap my thumb around to grab the 7th fret of the low E string, and then I bar from the D string down to the high E with my pointer finger. Okay, so like I don't really do anything with the A. And that allows me to do some of these kind of licks with it, this kind of rhythm groove. And so what you're doing is, anytime you're strumming this, you're okay, right? So you can't go wrong by strumming this. And then you are you're throwing some hammer-ons and hammer-offs on the 9th fret of the A string, the 9th fret of the D string, or the 9th fret of the G string. Okay, and you can kind of feel that out. So it'd be like, you might have to throw your middle finger in there. So you can use your middle finger on either the A string of the 9th fret or the D string of the 9th fret. And then you can also use your ring finger and just kind of let you go faster back and forth between those two. But that's how I get that kind of rhythm groove. I just think it sounds cool, especially when you're just by yourself. Now you could just do this straight, right? Which is playing the way we first learned it, the B minor 7. And then what you could do, if you're not comfortable wrapping that thumb around, is you can just kind of move your ring finger however you'd like, because again, you can't go wrong by hitting, that's what's kind of cool about this song, you can't go wrong by hitting any of those 3 strings on the 9th fret at any time, right? So it's any note right there. Now if you like to do that better, you can. And the other cool thing this allows you to do, and you can do it this way too, is to come down and grab that 9th fret of the high E string as well. Okay, gives it kind of a different sound too. So all that together might sound like this. Change to the E minor 7, which is again you're barring the entire 7th fret except for the low E string. So from A down to high E, you're barring that at the 7th fret, and then you're using your middle finger to play the 8th fret of the B string, and then your ring finger is going to play the 9th fret of the D string, and you're going to have that sound right there in E minor 7. Now, a cool thing you can do, a couple cool things you can do to kind of put a different groove if you're by yourself. 2 options. One, you can do this. You can go. And that's just using your pinky down on the 10th fret of the high E to add that. And pulling off a little bit, and also kind of hammering on with your middle finger. So now the other thing you can do is, I got this from Gary Clark Jr. when he's doing his When My Train Pulls In. But you can actually take this E minor chord that you got and just keep hammering on with your middle finger and your ring finger. Okay, so it's like this. And you're going back to your B minor 7. Okay, and you can just do licks. If you know the B minor pentatonic, which goes like this: 7th of the low E, 10th of the low E, 7th of the A, 9 of the A, 7 of the D, 9 of the D, 7 of the G, 9 of the G, 7 of the B, 10 of the B, 7 of the A, 7 of the high E, 10 of the high E. You can kind of do some licks in there too as you're transitioning. And you can also go down, sliding down to the, so what I do there, that lick, you are playing the D, G of the 7th, but hammering on to the 9th of the D string, and then you're hitting this 9th fret of the A string, sliding up to the 7th fret of the A string, playing the 5th fret of the A string, and then ending by hitting that B note, which is on the 7th fret of the low E. So it's going to, ooh, there we go. So you don't want to get a dead note because that didn't sound good at all. But you can do it that way. Okay, so you got some things going on there. Then you're ready to go to your next chord. Now this is the toughest one. It's a G, I don't even know, it's some kind of G chord. Alright, so what you want to do here, now traditionally you're thinking, oh, this is like a 12-bar blues, so you should go to the 5 chord. Not quite yet. You're going to go to this, which is a G chord of some sort. So your pinky's going to go on the 10th fret of the A string. Your ring finger is going to go on the 9th fret of the D string, okay? And then you're going to bar all the rest of the strings on the 7th fret. And you don't want to play the low E, okay? So it's going to sound like this. And then you're going to go to your F sharp minor, which is the same thing as the E minor 7 that we learned. You're just sliding it, everything up 2 frets. So it'd be barring the 9th fret from the A string down to the high E, middle finger on the B string on the 10th fret, and then your ring finger on the 11th fret of the D string. You can still throw your pinky as well down to the 12th fret of the E string if you want to do that. And then back to the B minor. Okay, so that's kind of the blueprint. Let's go through that all together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Start with B minor. Throw your licks in there. Alright, you switch to E minor. Throwing that 10th fret of the high E string back to your B minor. And then you go, tough one there, to that G, F sharp minor, back to the B minor. And then you can go back, if you're playing by yourself, I think on the recording he doesn't do this, but I would just do it just to kind of resolve it. You can go back to the F sharp minor like a turnaround. Alright, so that's pretty much the Thrill Is Gone. When you're playing it by yourself on an acoustic, it's a very cool song to play by yourself on an acoustic. A little different if you're playing electric with like a band. You can always hit the... But anyways, so it's a little different if you're playing electric, but if you're playing by yourself, I think this could work for you. Hope this helps. Leave any comments in the comment section about what you might want to hear next, and see if I can get to it.